coldest air in a generation pours across parts of the U.S.
Over 90 million people waking up to life-threatening sub-zero temperatures this morning.
States of emergency have been declared in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Illinois.
Temperatures in Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and North Dakota reaching levels colder than parts of Antarctica.
66 below. This is Siberian weather.
This is an egg. We stuck it out here about an hour or 2 hours ago. It is rock solid at this point. You can just hear it pop, and Brian, our producer, has this hammer. I just want to kind of reiterate that idea. There it goes. It finally cracks open.
Look at these blinding whiteout conditions, roads nearly invisible.
These conditions are and can be life-threatening. Even short periods of exposure to this type of weather can be dangerous.
Drivers in parts of North Dakota and Michigan experiencing whiteout snow causing dangerous road conditions and pileups on highways.
And railway officials there set fires to keep frozen tracks from cracking.
And we also want to show you aerial footage of the Chicago River crusted in ice.
And boats are breaking the ice to clear the Chicago River.
Schools closed, flights canceled, delivery services suspended.
这全都是极地涡旋惹的祸。
What exactly is a polar vortex? It's actually always there, hovering high above the Arctic region, whipping along at 150 miles per hour. But sometimes, the polar vortex loses its way. It weakens and loses its tight circle. And when this happens, it takes an irregular shape and starts wandering southward. And today, that means the USA has an unexpected house guest.
I've been here for all my life, nothing as cold as this. It's freezing, everything's freezing. We went to the fountain down the street. The water that's falling is freezing.
这场本世纪最强风寒效应，让大半美国民众苦不堪言，只有一人例外。
President Trump tweeted, quote, "In the beautiful Midwest, wind chill temperatures are reaching minus 60 degrees. What the hell is going on with global warming? Please come back fast. We need you."
美国国家海洋及大气总署回应了川普的推文。
Scientists are sending a message to those who are skeptical of global warming because of the Arctic blast. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, known as NOAA, tweeted this cartoon yesterday explaining winter storms don't prove that global warming isn't happening.
因为极地涡旋的频繁南移，正是地球暖化的后果之一。
Scientists generally agree that the polar vortex is shape-shifting and wandering more often in recent years. And many scientists say there may be a connection between global warming and the vortex. The theory is that when higher temperatures invade the Arctic, the polar vortex is corrupted and loses its structural integrity, meaning it goes on a chilly roadshow to the south.
By going from all the data from 1884 to today, it's clearly, guys, going up. The Earth is getting warmer. We know that. Today, you're having some readings down to 37 degrees below zero. That's an actual temperature reading. Wow. Then you go to the other side of the globe, and I can show you the extreme heat that you're talking about. Australia had 28 cities that recorded their all-time record high temperature, 121 degrees at Marble Beach in Australia.
酷热与高温意味着更多的森林野火。
Across the country, fire seasons are getting longer. Since the 1970s, fire weather seasons have been starting earlier and becoming more intense. Abnormal fire potential is currently predicted for large parts of southern Australia.
野火威胁的不仅是当地居民的身家性命，甚至还能让一间市值100亿的公司一系破产。
PG&E is filing preliminary motions for its bankruptcy case.
加州最大的公用事业公司太平洋瓦斯电力公司1月底申请破产保护，因为太平洋瓦电疑似因为电线老旧，火花引燃2017年及2018年2场加州林火，尤其是2018年的林火造成89人死亡，数百亿财务损失，堪称加州史上伤亡最大的林火。太平洋瓦电无力负担可能高达300亿美元的索赔，依照美国破产法第11章，申请自愿破产保护。
PG&E blames the fires on climate change. PG&E's critics blame arrogance and negligence. Which is it?
Well, I think there's a variety of factors. Climate change is one of them. I think the key question is the degree to which the company should be shutting off the power during risky times in wildfire areas. And they've talked about that. They did it once in October, but did not do it prior to the Camp Fire and the November catastrophe. Well, I think the first place to start thinking about that is in terms of the impact on affordability of energy, right? And California already has some of the highest electricity rates in the country. This is going to make them significantly higher, kind of no matter what happens, whether PG&E is able to avoid bankruptcy or not.
So we're going to feel this as consumers.
Absolutely.
We're all going to pay more.
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
美国中西部的酷寒天气已告一段落，气温回升到0度以上。但纽时警告，在创纪录的酷寒之后，恐怕面临新风险，包括洪水泛滥、大量坑洼和雨水排放系统堵塞，气候变迁带来的危机尚未结束。
Can we fix the climate problem? Emissions themselves are rising, and so the stock of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is rising, and the problem, far from getting better, is getting worse. Cooperation among nations is so difficult, as we've seen by Donald Trump's decision to pull the US out of the Paris Agreement. Some people promise that technology alone will do it, and it's clear we do need major technological revolutions in renewables, in the integration of renewables into our economy. But on their own, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be quick enough. It's a necessary but not sufficient condition. Another possibility people are discussing is introduction of revenue-neutral carbon plans. That would mean that we give back the money that is generated by carbon taxes immediately back to the public, so they see that all they're doing is changing prices. They're not actually reducing their living standards in aggregate at all. But the problem with that is we've seen in France very recently with the Gilets jaunes is that's very politically unpopular to raise the prices of fuels because some people will be badly affected. So finally what we need is bold, exciting, committed leadership from the major nations of the world. It's conceivable that they could do so, but not with the current cast of characters.
Please help us.